Wike does not have any friend though. His friend is his stomach. His friend is his stomach and his interest. Wike, the FCT minister, Wike, his people, they are minority in Rivers, but they are governor. His people only occupy 4 local governments in Rivers State. The Ijaw people occupy 12 local governments in Rivers State. And you turn around and say that Ijaw people are minority. And yes, he actually said minority of the minority. You can imagine, how can people who occupy 12 major local governments in Rivers State be minority? People who occupy so many local governments in Delta, people who occupy 8 local governments in Bayelsa, people who occupy 3 local governments in Edo, people who occupy 2 local governments in Ondo, how can they be minority, for God's sake? How can you try to insult and communalize the struggle of Paklak and other notable Ijaw sons? Even the militants that he was talking down on, the militants, have they not done more for Niger Delta? Okay, what has Wike done for Niger Delta? What has he done for Rivers? What has he done? Aside cornering, somebody was cornering almost 13 to 16 billion IGR monthly. While you were governor, you were under declaring IGR. Somebody came, aside declaring almost 16 billion IGR more. The person did not build more infrastructure. The person did not do anything. All the person did was to be transparent. That's the only contribution to nation building. And all these demolitions he's doing in Abuja. The man, he just renovated International Conference Center for 39 billion. 39 billion, it's not 3 billion. It's not 390 million. 39 billion. That ICC that we all know. Are you building a new building? Even if you are building a new building, shouldn't be more than 3 billion. 39 billion. If they try this kind of thing in China, it will have been shot. Be a firing squad. Nobody is holding them accountable. We are not interested in all this one they are doing. But because of complacency, you now face the Ijaw nation. You can do your fight with Governor Fubara without ridiculing the Ijaw people. Just like if anybody wants to do their fight with a Yoruba man, or a Hausa man, or a Fulani man, you don't need to bring the issue of their ethnic nationality into the struggle. So that is just basically why we are gathered, and I will now allow our senior comrade Maxwell Okpara to take over.
To start by, first of all, commending
saying that, in fact, he doubled down when he went for a Thanksgiving in Rivers by saying that Ijaw only gets involved in criminality, and oil bunkering and some other stuffs. It is very shameful indeed to have had these remarks. For him to have referred to the Ijaw nation as a minority is truly, truly, truly sad. Because one will begin to wonder, when did Wike become an intellectual to start talking about issues of history, or issues around ethnic nationality? Who appointed him as a historian? He does not have the credential, the capacity, or even the quality of intellect to comment on such subject matters. If it was about identifying 21 years or 28 years or different types of whiskey, then he will be most qualified. But in terms of his historical issues around ethnic nationality, he does not have the credentials to do so. The Ijaw nation is the 4th largest ethnic group in Nigeria. 4th largest ethnic group in Nigeria. For anyone to say anything to the contrary means either the person is deluded, the person is ignorant, or intentionally mischievous. It's important to note that even in Rivers State, where the Honorable Minister comes from, the Ijaw nation occupies about 12 local governments in the state. 12 local governments in the state. And the Ijaw nation is represented in almost every state. Almost every state in the Niger Delta. In Rivers State, for instance, the Abua local government, partly occupied by Ijaw people. Then Ahoda West, partly occupied by Ijaw nation. Then the Akukotoro as well. Andoni, Asari Toru, Boni, Degema, Okrika. Then Ogubolo, then Opobo, and Onkoro. Then Port Harcourt is partly occupied by the Ijaw nation. In fact, it is noteworthy to say that the Ijaw nation is not only restricted to Bayelsa, to Rivers State alone. The entire 8 local governments in Bayelsa State is occupied by the Ijaw nation. In Akwa Ibom, we have about 7 local governments that is occupied by the Ijaw nation. We have the Eastern Obolo, Ibeno, Umbo, Oron, Ofong, Uruka, then Okoba and Udong Oku. In Delta State, we have about 6 local governments occupied by the Ijaw nation. We have Bomadi, we have Burutu, we have Pantani, we have Warri North, we have Warri South, we have Warri Southwest, all occupied by the Ijaw nation. In Edo, the Ijaw nation partly occupies 2 local governments, just like in Ondo. In that Edo, 3 local governments in Edo. In Ondo, 2 local governments. In Ondo, we have Esaudo and we have Odigbo local governments occupied by the Ijaw nation. While in Edo, we have Ikpobaoka, over northeast, over southwest, all occupied by the Ijaw nation. So, for any whiskey-taking person to infer that the Ijaw nation, the almighty Ijaw nation, is a minority, is truly laughable. If not for the Ijaw nation, even the so-called 13% derivation that the Niger Delta is enjoying today will have been a mirage. Are we talking about the sacrifices of Isaac Daka Boro? Are we talking about the sacrifices of Ken Saro-Wiwa, people who laid their lives? Are we talking about environmental activists who fought against Shell, Mobil, and all the oil pollution of oil and gas in the Niger Delta that have laid down their lives? Even the River State that we're talking about, is it not the Ijaw nation that created the struggle? The creation of Bayelsa State. Say that if he ever make Odili cry, any day he make Odili cry, may not be well with him, may not be Wike is still eating food and acting normal. Wike betrayed Rotimi Amechi. Is it Tinubu, ordinary Tinubu that Wike just met on the street the day before yesterday, that he will not betray? So there's nothing that he's doing now. All this whoa that he's shouting, he's still going to betray you. And any man that when you, he's also going to do it to those people who are his friends, the judges, the Tinubu and others. Who there was a judge, the chief judge of Rivers State. You saw what Wike did to him. Wike, there's an old video of Wike praising the man, saying he has never seen somebody with integrity like that man. A few days ago, in that interview, he said that the man is the most useless man in this world, that he has never seen somebody more useless than the man. That the man is very corrupt. All because he has changed his position about that man, all of a sudden, because there's something he wants the man to do now that maybe the man is not agreeing to do. So that's yes and Wike for you. God forbid, 3 times. If peradventure anything were to if there was even any suspicion of anything happened to President Tinubu, God forbid 3 times again, Wike will be the first person to switch allegiance to Kashim Shettima. In fact, he will do anything in this war, including licking Kashim Shettima's leg, just for power. Wike will do anything. And he's the most ambitious person you can ever see in this life. He's always plotting. He's never satisfied. This minister that you see him holding, he sees it as if it's houseboy job. Wike will always be plotting to be president. It's my former friend. I know him very well. Even him, he can confirm these things I'm saying. He's a plotter. And he will do anything for power. Anything for power. And if the man that made Wike, yes, and Wike today, when he was doing boy all over them, it's Patience Jonathan and Goodluck Jonathan that made Wike to be who he is today, nationally. Without them, Wike would never have been president. But it is that same Ijaw man and the Ijaw woman that made him to be president that Wike is telling us, to be governor, that Wike is telling us that what is Ijaw, which Ijaw, minority of the same Ijaw that Wike was carrying umbrella for. Wike was carrying umbrella for Jonathan, running up and down the villa, licking Mama P's leg, crawling on the floor. Today, Wike is behaving like somebody that fell from the sky. And he said this recently. He said, nobody helped him. He became governor by himself. How can you make yourself? Wike said he is a self-made man. He has forgotten President Jonathan. He has forgotten Patience Jonathan. He has forgotten Omechi. He has forgotten Amechi. He has forgotten his first boss. that made him local government chairman, he will also forget Tinubu. Tinubu is just a pawn in Wike's game. So, the people of Niger Delta, who have sacrificed so much for that region, who made sure that they brought the multinationals to their knees, they should be consoled that people like Wike will always come and go, but the region will remain. The militants who fought against issues of pollution and all these things, because those are the issues. Isaac Dakaboro said, we cannot be living like animals when these resources is in our backyard. Ken Saro-Wiwa said, no, this cannot be happening. There is no even water to drink. What has Wike ever fought for in his life? In that Niger Delta, what has he ever fought for in his life? What has he ever fought for? The people that he's insulting today, they are the ones that fought for everything. For all the 6 states in the Niger Delta. Wike did nothing for the emancipation of the region. He did nothing. No matter how much I don't like Asari Dokubo, me I prefer Tompolo. No matter how much I don't like Asari Dokubo has done more for Niger Delta than Yesen Wike. Has done more for Niger Delta than Yesen Wike is just a political parasite, a eternal parasite. Anywhere there's food is ready now. You know, he said APC is cancer, PDP is malaria. That why will he leave PDP to join APC? Is that not what he said? That's what he said. Today he's in APC. Tomorrow, the things he's saying today, his friend, because all these political contractors that move based on wave, today El-Rufai has gone to SDP. If El-Rufai had been made minister, will he be insulting Tinubu? He will also be acting movie like Wike all over the place, praising Tinubu. So the president should choose between the Ijaw nation and Yesen Wike, which is more electoral, has more electoral value. And this is why I agree with the position of comrades that the president should choose. If Wike has more electoral value than the Ijaw nation, then you should go with Wike. But if the Ijaw nation have more electoral value and have more value for the nation, and the president should compel him to make a public apology to the people of the region. Because it is the people of the region that have brought the 13% derivation. It is the people of the region that brought NDDC. Almost anything you see in that region, in that Niger Delta, it is the Ijaw nation that brought it. It's not Ikwere. Ikwere is only 4 local governments in the River State. They are the people that are minority of the minority, not Ijaw.
How a statement of his caliber should say is that this is what I said. But if you people misunderstood me or I was taken out of context, I'm sorry, I apologize. I'm talking about how it's supposed to present it, not to say that this is not what I said. You're not talking to children, you're talking to a nation. You're talking to a nation.
And the things he said is on camera. There was no mistake there. The things he said it with his chest.
Instead of apologizing, he said he was misquoted.
That denial is unfortunate. What he said was vividly captured on camera. We have videos of it. It went very viral. So for him to now come and deny the exact thing that's on video, that the whole world has seen and is now condemning, his only response to same is to come out and deny. I think it is the lowest step expected of a man of his standing. What he should do, which we expect every man of honor to do in this instance, is to come forth and said, probably I was acting under the influence of alcohol. I am sorry, please forgive me. Going forward, I won't do it again. But to come forth and categorically deny that which the whole world has seen and the entire world is condemning is most unfortunate. What he owes us at this stage is not a denial of what he has said on tape. What he owes the Ijaw nation is a categorical apology for his errors he has made. To err is human, to forgive is divine. He's not above mistake. All of us are not above mistakes. But the moment you make a mistake as a man, own up to it and with your full chest apologize so we can move forward.
The process of impeachment has its own process. If they complete the process and they have their way, let them impeach. But if they cannot have their process, we don't want to comment more than that.
Yes.
Which other question on Ijaw nation?
Yes, the threats they are making.
Yes.
What is your own reaction?
That is the essence of this.
It's like it's only Wike, but the Ijaw nation too is threatening the entire economy of Nigeria. What do you have to say about that? Is that good?
I think That's the essence of.
Basically, you have seen the relative peace. The relative peace in the Niger Delta since the amnesty program. There has been relative peace. So if somebody is trying to jeopardize the peace in the region by making inflammatory remarks, which is what Wike has done, there has been peace in the region. You have seen the position of agitators all over the region. That since they laid down their arms, they have been peaceful. They have been the one even protecting national assets. Even when there are environmental related issues, they come on board and try to help the government. But if Wike, in the process of doing his political fight in Rivers, feels that the Ijaw nation are the people that he wants to target in order to win his political fight with his former godson, then any reaction from the Ijaw people will be commiserate to the action that he was the one who started it. Nobody forced him, nobody compelled him, nobody asked him to drink anything. You understand? So if he started a fight on his own and the people are not responding, it is within their right. You cannot expect to threaten a people like the Ijaw nation who have fought for almost any